Let's get to the health sector and find out what is happening there. 90% of 923 children assessed at the Hearing and Assessment Center of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in the year 2015 were diagnosed with varying degrees of hearing loss last year.
Well, children between the ages of 1 and 4 accounted for the highest cases. A report by A.C. Beniwa Nyame.
About 923 children were assessed. Results showed 90% have varying degrees of hearing difficulty. According to WHO estimates, out of 320 million people with hearing loss, 23 million are children. A professor of audiology at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Geoffrey Amedofu, has seen about 8,000 cases within the last 8 years.
Children that we see here have a hearing problem. Early diagnosis is the key. So if you diagnose the child very early, from between 0 to 2 years, and you determine that the child cannot hear, so you start the training that you can give the child. That is a critical concept. That is the key.
He advised parents to look out for signs and report cases on time, since they can be treated when diagnosed early enough.
And the difficulty is that children who come here normally will behave as if they are normal. But sometimes you see them, they are not normal. The parents will come here and tell you, my child hears everything, he is normal. But then when you assess, you find out that they are not normal.
An audiologist at the Hearing and Assessment Center at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Grace Okanse, is worried about the increasing cases being recorded.
What is the general assessment like?
As of 2 weeks ago, in this same child clinic, we tested about 23 children. And on the average, we get about 10 to 15 of them with hearing problems. Maybe sensorineural or conductive or whatever. But because they are children, we don't say it outright that this is the problem, because they go through series of tests.
Now, an audiologist at the Hearing Assessment Center at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Jemima Finn, is advocating a national policy to compel health facilities to do newborn hearing screening.
The center is blaming increase in new cases on the lack of screening at health facilities.
Bwedua is 6.5 years old. She's attending a hearing and speech assessment for the first time. Before a newborn baby is discharged from the hospital, a hearing screening would have to be conducted. Without the newborn hearing screening, it is difficult to detect hearing loss in the first months and years of a baby.
At
age 6, it has now been detected. Bwedua has speech difficulty.
2 years you have to come here.
Ghana has no newborn screening assessment in hospitals.
In the country, we don't have any program for newborn hearing screening at the moment. Yes, when you go to almost all the developed countries and some of the developing countries, they've established programs, and there are evidence to show that children who are picked up early, they go through the newborn hearing screening. At birth, by the first 48 hours, you have to be screened for your hearing before you are discharged from the hospital. And so once you don't pass the test, they refer you to a hearing center for assessment. So by 3 months of age, your hearing should be ascertained.
Jemima Finn is worried Children Assessment Center at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital lacks hearing aids to support children.
There's no availability of hearing aids. For instance, maybe Kolebu has hearing aids, or the government has procured hearing aids at the moment. Because if you pick up children from the screening, you need to give them an intervention.
She said the relatively high cost of assessment is making it difficult for parents to have their children assessed.
Many patients waiting to get money to come and do this test. From last year, a lot of people, because the money was increased, yes, they are home. And so the children's hearing have not been diagnosed yet, and they are there.